All right, today we're out at Mount Diablo for a 3-hour run. Diablo's a great training ground for all sorts of races, so I'm excited to be out here today. Mount Diablo is one of the tallest mountains in the Bay Area. Try to come out here a couple times during the training block, mostly for my races up in the Sierra Nevada, because it's one of the few places where I can get some incredibly steep climbs and descents to really train those legs. Mount Diablo is one of the tallest mountains in the Bay Area, located in the east side of the bay. Try to come out here a couple times during the training block, mostly for my races up in the Sierra Nevada, because it's one of the few places where I can get some incredibly steep climbs and descents to really train those legs. It doesn't get up high enough to get any kind of elevation, stimulus, or adaptation, but it tends to be very, very warm here. Most of the trail is pretty exposed to the sun, little shade or tree cover, so it's a great heat stimulus, which can provide some similar improvements. So it's a great opportunity to come out and get a tough training day in. Since I don't do a lot of power hiking, that weakness usually manifests as like just utilizing muscles that I'm not used to in races, super steep races. So cramping in the hamstrings and calves, when those muscles fatigue earlier than they otherwise would. I still try to run as many of the uphills as I can while keeping a reasonable effort, because that is the goal, after all, for me to run the entire race. Just my luck. 2 weeks in a row, my route isn't closed off. So, I don't know, it just means more adventuring. Looks like there's some ropes at the top of that rock over there. I wonder if that's for rock climbers or if I can make my way over there. This is the nice thing about changing up your route, is you find things that you never would have discovered before. All right, let's take a quick detour to see if we can find that rock. All right, so I'm right below it. I can see some rope lines, so maybe there is a way up. I should pull out my map. All right, this is starting to look more like it. All right, that's where I'm going. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program. 2 more miles to the summit. I've climbed almost 2,500 feet so far in almost 6 miles. Ooh, it's steep. Made it to the top, refilled my water bottles, and now I'm heading back down, but first heading over to get the good view of the bay. It's mostly downhill from here, probably a few climbs, a few descents. Let's see. So if you can see a trail right there, that's where I'll be running to. And then I finish behind the hills over there. Maybe another 4 miles back for a total of 14 or so and 4,000 feet of climbing. Not a shabby day. We're coming up on the most challenging downhills. It's incredibly steep. Can't run, have to effectively tiptoe down. It's hard to capture on camera. But it's a great quad pounding. I feel if I do enough of these, my legs will be pretty solid come race day. Day shoe of choice was the Graphic Speed Ultra 2. I'm not sure if that was the best choice for these trails. The aggressive rocker is fantastic for flowy, runnable trails, but when it got too steep, either on the ascents or descents, or too technical, it definitely made things a little more challenging. I didn't roll my ankle at all, but I definitely felt like I had to slow down on the technical sections to keep my footing. That being said, the outsole was fantastic, and I did not lose grip at all, even on the incredible steep or slick rock sections. I actually ran these in the Formidable where it was super wet, and I had the same experience then, so recommend for less technical trails, but all conditions.